Coming up this morning on Daybreak, the Springfield-Greene County Health Department is warning of new exposures and why the source of those exposures is concerning to health officials. Also, nonprofits have taken a heavy hit when it comes to fundraising this year. How one organization is getting creative in their fundraising. Those stories and more this morning on Daybreak. Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Daybreak. Today is Thursday, June 18th. I'm Jennifer Abreu. Joe is off today. Let's begin by checking in with meteorologist Beth Pinello. Beth, summer coming up officially, Father's Day on Sunday, but we have some showers in store for the weekend. Is that right?
Yeah, we've got a more active pattern. You know, we've gotten pretty spoiled this last week. Lots of sunshine. It's been dry. It's been warm. Yeah, that's not going to stay.
It has been so nice. You're right. We have been spoiled because now looking at the 7-day, it's like rain, showers.
Yeah.
Why?
Right, exactly. Now you got to take the umbrella back out. You have to take out the rain boots and the rain jacket because you're going to need them starting tomorrow. So that's some good news. So today we're starting off this morning with temperatures in the middle 60s. A beautiful sunrise on the tower cam this morning. 65 degrees right now. South and east winds at about 9 miles per hour. 60 dew points. So that's the lower 60s. So that's still a comfortable dry air mass in place. 59 degrees right now in West Plains. 62 in Mountain Home. 62 up in Lake Ozarks. A warm 70 out in Joplin. Our dew points, upper 50s and lower 60s, a very dry air mass in place. And we're not looking at humid conditions as you head out the door this morning. Remember, that's the bottom 2 tiers of the muggy meter. Starting tomorrow, though, I do expect us to make it back into the top 2 tiers of the muggy meter. For breakfast this morning, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. We'll continue to rise up into the 70s, eventually into the 80s by lunchtime. Still plenty of sunshine, so if you want to go out and grill today, just keep an eye to the sky. We do have an isolated storm chance this afternoon, but temperatures will top off in the upper 60s. Today is our last nice day. We have isolated storm chances to talk about for this afternoon. Our active pattern returns starting tomorrow, continues into this weekend and into much of next week. I've got that and your Father's Day forecast in just 10 minutes.
Thanks, Beth. We have an update on the coronavirus for you now. Camden, Miller, and Morgan counties are investigating a cluster of COVID-19 cases. Health departments say it's connected to a group of friends and co-workers at several Lake of the Ozarks area businesses. However, they are not connected to the large groups of people on Memorial Day weekend at the lake. Camden County has 6 cases, Miller has 2, and Morgan has 1. The time frame is from June 7th to June 15th. No one had to be hospitalized, and all of those patients are staying at home. Close contacts have also been notified, and we are told they are also in quarantine. The health department says it's likely more cases will develop due to the high number of contacts and businesses involved. There are no state restrictions for social distancing in those counties. Officials say it's up to each individual on whether to visit the area. There is also one new case we have to tell you about, and it's been confirmed in Christian County. It's considered to be community spread. All contacts have been notified, plus another positive patient went to Lambert's Cafe last Monday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Risk for contraction if you were there is low. The Springfield-Greene County Health Department is also telling us about continuing to be cautious in large groups after 2 people tested positive for COVID-19 after attending a vigil downtown. The health department says the 2 patients were not showing any symptoms at the time, but were infectious. However, they were not wearing a mask. There were hundreds of people there for that vigil, which honored those who died during encounters with law enforcement. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Emily Yoon with the health department reminds us that any large gathering that involves people being in close proximity to each other increases the chances of the virus to spread. And she says it's something people should keep in mind as we go forward.
With a large gathering, it may be difficult to really be able to track everyone who is in attendance. So, if a business or, event is able to keep some kind of attendance log, that would be ideal to be able to track them. But realistically, in some of these public events, it may not be possible. They should really be cautious to self-monitor for symptoms.
Dr. Yoon also stresses the importance of masks and their ability to reduce the spread of infection. This week, as Governor Mike Parson offers suggestions for long-term care facilities, more are now allowing visitors. The Fremont, an assisted living facility in South Springfield, is offering face-to-face visits, something that people haven't been able to do for months. Governor Mike Parson suggested visitations be through an open window or outside while staying socially distant. The Fremont offers both, but visitors have to wear a mask, get screened, and stay 6 feet apart at all times. Steve Meyer, whose mother lives there, says he's very happy to be able to spend time with her in person again, but wants others to be careful.
I think what's important is they follow the rules. You get one person in a facility like this that gets it, it can spread pretty quickly.
But just them being able to see each other, you know, you can see their eyes light up when they see their family members. It makes a huge difference.
Before the open window and outside visits were allowed, the facility did FaceTime meetings and closed window visitations. Another change to the nightlife scene in Springfield blamed on COVID-19. The current owners of the Outland Ballroom said in an Instagram post they're selling due to several factors, including uncertainty as to when touring bands could come back. The Post says despite distributions from patrons during the shutdown, the Outland has been on the verge of bankruptcy and that the new owners will make changes in the next few weeks. This comes on the back of announced closures as well for Falstaff's Bar downtown. Now, this story is positively Ozarks. The coronavirus pandemic has forced many nonprofits to get creative and flexible with their fundraising. Caller 10's Madison Heaver is here with more on what one local nonprofit is doing to make up for that lost fundraising. Madison, good morning.
Good morning, Jen. Nonprofits rely heavily on in-person fundraising events, but as stay-at-home orders were put in place, the Child Advocacy Center in Springfield decided to host a virtual fundraising event to help support children who may have been abused.
We're a nonprofit, so raising funds is how we support our programming. And during stay-at-home orders, we didn't get to stop providing our services. Child abuse didn't stop.
Lori Barnes-Miller is the development director for the Child Advocacy Center in Springfield. She says since stay-at-home orders were put in place, the center has been struggling to raise funds since most fundraising opportunities are usually done face-to-face.
With every nonprofit not being able to have the in-person events and things like that, it's looking at, the buzzword was pivoting to virtual events and things like that, and we didn't really have anything that would do that necessarily. So we were trying to come up with something to raise some money just a little bit different. And so we started looking at raffle packages.
The center decided to send a few people on a staycation since most summer vacations have been postponed or even canceled as a result of the virus.
Then the big thing was, how do we find something that people really want? And so they started hearing people talk about canceling their summer vacations and things like that. I'm like, okay, that's what we need to concentrate on, is maybe some staycation or little getaway packages.
She says it's important the center remain fundraising to make sure they can help children who may have been abused.
Staying at home was safer for lots of people, not for children in abusive situations. It was actually probably worse. Our numbers, again, didn't go away. A lot of things that were coming through our doors were maybe a little more severe than we were normally seeing because children were at home all the time with their abusers.
The center is using a new slogan for the fundraiser, Unwind to Unmask Child Abuse.
We think about wearing masks was keeping ourselves and other people safe right now, but there's a lot of children in our community that wear sort of this mask all the time of abuse.
Barnes-Miller also said child abuse hotline calls dropped dramatically during the pandemic since most calls are made by people like teachers. And if you're wanting to enter the raffle, it's going on right now through June 30th.
Taking a live look outside right now, beautiful sunrise this morning. Dry roads will stay dry today. We have plenty of sunshine that we can expect, but that doesn't last long. We have rain chances. I've got your first day of summer forecast and your Father's Day forecast in just a few minutes.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Alisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.